just have to say, happy anniversary to myself. 1 year for me of being out of corporate America. What's up, beautiful people? My name is Lauren, and thank you for joining my channel where we're all about travel, business, and living our best lives. I just have to say, happy anniversary to myself. 1 year for me of being out of corporate America. I know most people don't celebrate milestones like that. That's kind of like a point of pain. But for me, it has been a complete point of growth, transformation. It has been a blessing in disguise. So just to give you guys a little bit of background, I worked in a corporate job a year ago. I worked for an automotive company, and in December of 2018, I abruptly lost that job. I worked my butt off. I did a lot for the company. It was actually during a time when the company was laying off thousands of people. So I was kind of in a bad place, a wrong place at the wrong time type of situation. And throughout the course of this year, there have been some key things that I have implemented in my life and did during that transition, so that now I'm in the position where I can truly smile about the loss of that job. I can truly smile because I'm walking in my purpose and doing things that are in line with what I truly enjoy. And so these are my tips for how to get through the transition of losing a job, whether it be from being fired to being laid off, anything, or you decided to leave, but transitioning from a job. My first tip is to pray. Increase your spiritual relationship with whoever you serve. But for me, I serve God. During the time of my transition, I really strengthened my relationship with the Lord. I have always been a devout Christian, but when I was working, I didn't do a very good job of praying. I didn't do a very good job of reading my Bible, and I found myself falling into the Word more after I lost my job. And now that I am, still transitioning, but out of that dark place, I still find myself falling into the Word, because I know that He has gotten me out of that strife, and He will continue to bless me. So what I did, like I said, was I prayed, but I also started reading a daily devotional every single morning. It's a book called Jesus Calling, Enjoying Peace in His Presence. I've actually linked it below and in my bio. But this seriously, guys, changed the game for me. Every day there is a new word that you read. So for instance, let's just say May 11th, this one says, thank me for your problems. As soon as your mind gets snagged on a difficulty, bring it to me with thanksgiving. And there's more, but literally every day these would speak to me, and they helped me get through this dark place. So I would definitely suggest this. Even if you aren't going through a transition, you should get this daily devotional. My second tip is to assess your financial situation. While we're working, a lot of times we kind of know, but we don't have a full grasp on how we're doing financially. And we also don't understand or have an emergency fund. So we also don't know, like, hey, if something were to happen, how long can I sustain without having to get a job? So what you want to do is look at all of your expenses, look at how much money you have in the bank, and assess how long you can go before you need to get a job or before you need to go back to working for corporate. That is so important, especially as you make your transition. My third one would be, regardless of the situation, apply for unemployment. Now, I know some of you are going to say, well, I was fired, things like that. But guess what? If you don't apply, you don't know. Some states, unless it was complete misconduct, even if you were fired, you can get unemployment. So I would say make sure that you apply. At least apply. The worst thing they can do is reject you. And if they reject you, make sure you appeal within the timeline that they give you. Because unless there's some dire reason why you couldn't appeal, they're not going to honor your request to get unemployment. So make sure that you apply for unemployment regardless of what the situation is. That is a way that you can get some kind of small amount of money to cover some bills. My next tip is to reach out to your network. The way that I got the job that I have now, which is the project engineer for a commercial real estate developer, was by utilizing my network, specifically my mentor, who is now who I work for. I made sure that I was reaching out to people that I had consistently been in contact